I would like for you to take 4 deep breaths. Don't super exaggerate them so that you're breathing 2 hours after we finish, but just enough so that you have expanded your chest and you let that breath out. Do that 4 times. And then just relax into your seat and just notice the breath going in and out after your 4 breaths. Now be aware of the center of your chest. Notice that it feels quiet, it feels still in this place. If you can, feel your heartbeat. If that's a little difficult for you, then touch the neck on the side of your neck where your carotid arteries are, and just feel the pulse. That's giving you the beat of the heart. Just be aware of that. Now that you have the beat of the heart, be aware that that same beat is going on in your heart. Now I want you to notice your heart expanding. It's getting bigger and bigger, not just outside to side or back to front, but all the way around. The heart is getting bigger and bigger. Just allow yourself to be in that place of the heartbeat, flowing beat, beat, beat. And as it's doing that, it's getting larger and larger. Just know, as you're doing that the heart can expand to encompass the universe. We're not going that far today. We're only going to the insides of your arms. Feel there's a little pressure at the insides of your arms. Just notice. You don't have to do anything except just notice that the heart has expanded to touch the insides of your arms. In that place is quiet, is stillness. The way I like to explain what is going to happen in a little while is that if you have a cup and you drop a stone in that cup from, maybe a foot or so high, then the water will splash, possibly even out of the cup if the cup is full. If you have a pond and you take that stone and drop it in a pond, there will be a splash and the ripples will go out from that pond. If you are at the ocean and you take that stone and throw it into the ocean, then what will happen is not much. The ocean will notice the stone touching it and going deeper and deeper, but it doesn't really affect the ocean the same way that that cup is affected. So what we know from this is if you keep the heart open and wide, as you grow into this, you can enlarge the heart greater and greater. but don't do it right now unless you've practiced this for a while. What you will notice is that those traumas that you have had throughout your life, or even at the moment you're going through a huge trauma, someone died, someone hurt your feelings, you saw a great trauma occurring, there was a car wreck on the freeway. With your heart open, you can encompass all of that, and as Julie said earlier, you'll be able to see it, and at the same time you are detached from it. You can feel, you know it's happening, you have a sadness possibly or some other emotion, but that's not the big thing. The big thing is you are noticing like the ocean, but it's not destroying your life. Being aware, being in control of nothing other than your heart and the expansion of your heart. It can help you to control yourself. And in the sense of control, it does not mean you have a clutch of your hand or your mind around what's happening to you. It just means that, do I want to be horribly upset about this condition? Or do I want to notice it, notice what I can do or find what I can do to remedy this, or step back and allow whatever is happening to happen, because you are not in a space where you need to grab, to contain, to do whatever. You are noticing. You are being aware. You're not having to be in charge unless that's your duty at that moment. But most of us experience all kinds of strong emotions, and we're not in control, and we feel just floored, just overwhelmed, just overtaken by whatever is going on, when all we need to do is notice. 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 Now I'm going to ask you to do one thing. Think of something that traumatized you. It doesn't have to be horrible, although it can happen. Think of that and drop that scenario into your heart. That means the whole thing, the emotions, the actions, whatever it was, drop it into this enlarged heart and notice what happens. Are you re-traumatized? Are you able to notice that same scenario that has traumatized you for days or weeks or years? Is it still traumatizing you? Are you now able to just notice? If you are just noticing, and it hasn't traumatized you, as it shouldn't at this point, enlarge your heart just a tiny bit more so that it's just a little bit beyond your arms. And how does that trauma feel now? It's just enlarged a little bit more, but not a huge amount. Now, if you can, and most of us can, just leave the heart at that place and try to walk through the next few days with your heart enlarged. It gives you a totally different perspective on life, a totally different perspective on yourself. And that's the most powerful of all. that new perspective of who you are and how you can be in the world differently than you've ever been. If you fall out of this place, just go back, feel your heartbeat, enlarge the heart, and move into your life again. You are now in a place of possibly being in control of your emotions. Not suppressing them, but being in control and not letting those emotions overtake your being. When you are ready, just take a deep breath again, open your eyes, and hold to this new place of being. Thank you. I hope you all could do that. Usually I would go around the room and ask, but I'm not. I'm going to assume that you all have done it because I'm looking at your faces and awesome. So be present with yourselves. Thank you.